Hello, I'm Tylah Tully, and today I'm joined by Basin Energy Managing Director Pete Moorehouse. Pete, Basin Energy just announced a major Queensland uranium and rare earth acquisition. What can you share with us?
Yeah, well, that's right, Tyler. We did. What a great move. Look, we've just acquired one of the largest holdings for rare earths and uranium prospectivity in northwest Queensland. We've entered into a deal subject to shareholder approval to buy the private company Neardiz. Now, this area is just to the west of Mount Isa. We see it perspective for both rare earths and uraniums on what we like to say district scale. So this is a big holding, a big area, and targeting four really strong different mineralisation models. We've got, my background of the uranium potential, and that looks in the form of both paleo-channel hosted work. So we see a very strong analogy with some of the deposits in South Australia, as well as shear hosted potential as well. So bearing in mind, we're right next door to some of those world-class deposits of things like Valhalla. From a rare earths perspective, the guys at Red Metal have done a phenomenal job in identifying the Sabella deposit over the last few years. And we have what we believe is an exciting anomaly pretty close to that in a similar granite that we want to go and follow up on. But perhaps the big ticker here is if we think about that granite and we think about a basic geology, we've got what we think a phenomenal opportunity for sediment-hosted and clay-hosted rare earths off to the west of the Sabella. So the red metals deposit has been weathered for a long time. There's a lot of rare earths in this granite. We believe it's been going off to the west. We can see that in geochemistry up to 600-700 ppm in rare earths sitting in sands. So big scale opportunities, lots of drilling to do. What a time to be exploring.
I think you might have just touched on it there, but what excites you most about exploring in Queensland, especially near Paladin and Red Metals projects?
Look, it's back in my own backyard. I mean, I started my career up in northwest Queensland, originally most of my work up in Westmoreland there. This is a phenomenal mining part of the world. Mount Isa has got a history of mining for such a long time. But from a junior's perspective, it's having these big targets. Genuinely, if you snag one of these, it's a company-making target, which you can credibly explore for with a sensible budget. We're not talking deep diamond drilling. We're talking shallow drilling, RC and air core drilling, and things that we can advance pretty quickly. So from an exciting point of view, my own backyard, being able to hit the road running and really generate some exciting news flow over the next 6 to 12 months, we hope.
So what are the next steps for Basin and when will drilling begin?
Yeah, so the deal is going through at the moment. We'll call a general meeting shortly to finalise shareholder approval. We will look at drilling over the next 6 months. My target is to try and do first pass testing of all 3 or 4 of those models that we discussed. So we're going to go and do some air core drilling, which we have some Queensland government funding in place to go and test some sediment hosted rare earth potential. We're going to do a little bit of uranium potential as well in those sediments on an expanded program. We'd like to do some RC drilling directly underneath our anomaly in the Sabella granite, so looking for something similar to what Red Metals have got. And we're going to do some basic good old geology and get out on the ground and look at some of these Valhalla targets. And that's what excites me as well, is getting out there, hitting some rocks and seeing what these radiometric anomalies are. So a lot of work to do, a lot of news flow, a lot of excitement.
And you've also just raised over $1 million in an oversubscribed placement. Tell us about that and what those funds will be used for.
Yeah, that's right. We did 1.25. We were met with very strong demand with that. The funds are going to go primarily into this project itself. So we already had at the end of last quarter about $1 million in the bank. So that leaves us quite comfortably considering the capital intensity of these work programs. But putting those drill programs underway, finalising, getting access there and moving forward, drilling, a little bit of working capital, and ensuring that our other projects are safeguarded to release value at the right time.
Well, it definitely sounds like exciting times ahead. Pete, thanks for joining us.
Perfect. Thanks for your time.